Faction Talk. Sirius XM 103.
The Jason Ellis Show.
I am a new listener, and I just have a mad crush on every one of you.
Well, one of us has an STD. You're not going to know who it is until afterwards.
You want to play Rash Roulette, Terry?
Yeah. What is that?
The Jason Ellis Show.
Will's news.
Just sorting through the news, and I don't know how this photograph of the steering mechanism of the Apollo 11 lunar lander got in here.
That's from the Atari 2600, Will.
No, it's a joystick, but it is not from an Atari.
That's a Sibian.
In other news, Hey, who's this? Is a singer named Grimes?
Yeah, I like her.
You do?
Buster Grimes?
I thought Leanne Grimes.
That sounds awesome.
But I don't know this person, but she's 31. She detailed her fitness and health regimen
Yeah.
in a new interview for her campaign with Adidas, including her decision to have part of her eyeball removed to improve her seasonal depression.
Blue light. Because the blue light depresses her. I heard that on the Bennington show.
Can't you wear sunglasses?
Are we entirely sure
No,
that
when I heard that, I was like, we're in a blue room. This is depressing, Michael.
Blue blockers. No.
I'm very happy here, actually.
I don't know.
Yeah. I get cheered up by the color blue.
Blue is a warm color. It's supposed to make you feel good. Red makes you feel bad.
Red,
No.
red makes you
Angry.
want to eat fast food. That's why every single one of those fuckers has it as like their main color.
Nice.
Red's
Think
also
about it.
bad if you're tripping on acid.
See through the matrix, Andrew.
Fucking game changing.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Are we entirely sure that Grimes was telling the truth when she said this?
Yeah, she looks like she casts spells.
What? She looks like a nice lady.
She's talented. I mean, you don't have to like her music, but she's talented.
She cast nice spells.
She says
she blew Elon Musk, right?
Probably ate his butt.
I don't think he wants his butt eaten. I
think
hope he does.
I think he does.
Deserves it. He's
I think a
great
guy
American.
who's it would be hard for a guy to be that
Or whatever
cutting
he is.
edge to not and to be so closed off in another part of his
Yeah.
life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also,
I
most
mean,
of the,
if that's your, I disagree, Michael. But like I said, I hope he gets his butt eaten by everybody.
I don't think he's like, hey, I'm gonna figure out a way to fly to space all by myself, but I don't do butt stuff.
I hope so.
all the powerful people I know, the few that I know anything about their sex lives, it gets pretty weird.
Eh.
I don't know.
Like what?
You know, people on clear tables and
Poop.
stuff going on with stuff.
Julian Assange is a wound fucker.
Oh, my God.
God.
What the hell?
Is that your on a bumper sticker on your car?
Man, you kiss your children with that mouth?
Right.
Oh my god!
Who are you?
I fucking snuggled my baby so hard this morning. You're right, and then I come here and talk like that.
Unbelievable.
This is a sad story. An innocent man is dead, and police say it's because of pornography.
No, that's not true.
Fox 9 in Rogers, Minnesota reports a semi-truck driver was watching porn on his phone,
Yeah.
and then he crashed into a pickup truck that had a trailer on it,
That's a phone's fault.
and the trailer broke off and fatally struck a nearby construction worker.
That's a faulty trailer.
Not if a semi hits it.
I mean, it should have taken the blast. But yeah, you can't blame. Isn't that more that social media, the internet, is to blame?
I think it's
Really?
the
Big
person.
internet?
I think it's the person.
All right,
don't
so
have
it's
to
that
watch
guy's fault.
porn
Then
while
what are we
you're
talking about
driving.
porn then?
It just that happened to be what he was doing, and that's a. First of all, of course, it's terrible. You killed somebody, and now it's also in the news that you killed somebody because you were watching porn. It just makes
I
it
didn't
worse.
even realize that because you got family members.
Makes it worse because
Aw.
of the.
I feel worse for the guy who died.
Yeah,
of
the good point,
course.
Michael. What about the guy that died?
Of course,
there?
but also if you're a family
He was also
member,
watching porn though. So
if you're a family member of the guy
It
who
does
died,
even it out.
Yeah, it was wound porn.
if you
Oh.
are a family member of the guy who died, and knowing that some dude just was watching fucking porn, and that's why I don't have my loved one anymore. It's the ridiculousness of the act that led to a death that makes it somehow worse.
I would.
I agree, it's
I
painful.
would wreak violent revenge.
Me too. I would kill everybody in porn.
I think anything phone related.
I would just start killing all porn stars.
I'd kill everybody with a phone.
Yeah. And those people too.
With God as my
Wow.
witness, I will kill everyone.
If I catch anybody looking at their phone while they're driving, I just shoot them in the face immediately.
That's
I
one
do.
reaction.
Well, that's it. Thanks a lot. You ruined my life, that guy that was watching porn, because that's how I'm triggered for life now.
Right.
Anybody does any phone stuff in front of me, boom, 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 boom. I shoot first, talk later, or whatever it is.
Can you hear me now? I'll say after
That's
I
what I'll
kill
say.
each and
Can
every
you
one of
fucking
them.
hear me now, you scumbag? Kicking the dead person after I shot them in a fit of rage, blacking out. You son of a bitch. Get off your fucking phone, you know, Will?
Speaking of dead people,
What are you
in
looking at?
Boone County, West Virginia, police say they're seeing a dangerous trend. In fact, it's already killed several people. Authorities say some drug abusers are using an alternative to meth.
Boone.
I'm doing a serious story
Fucking
here.
Boone.
You just
No.
set it up so you got to let us know when you're going to say Boone.
Yeah, I didn't know. You're saying there's a
We
drug
need-
called Boone?
We need some sort of
No.
protocol in place.
These are police officers in Boone County.
Oh, they live in Boone.
And Boone.
Boone.
They say some drug abusers are using an alternative to meth
In Boone.
in Boone.
Is it Coke?
No.
Wow, Michael. Wait. Let me go.
Dangerous
Let me go
trend.
next. Is it smack cocaine?
It is wasp spray.
Oh yeah.
Like wasp killer?
How's that go? What do you spray it up your nose, or do you like put it in a bag with a turd and let it ferment? What are we
I
talking
don't
about?
know.
That's your classic preparation there.
Yeah, is it Jenkum style?
Yeah, usually I just wrap it in a bag of shit.
Yeah, that's
In
the
the
old
classic
timers.
Sit on it for a week and then huff the fuck out of it, and I usually get high as hell.
In the classic Italian style.
That's how they do it in Italy.
On Friday alone, stores in Boone County
Yeah.
reported selling nearly 30 cans of that wasp spray, and it's not because they have a wasp infestation. They say you might use it once or twice and be fine, but the third time, when your body hits that allergic reaction, it will kill you.
Awesome. Let's do it twice.
Apparently, you get a very quick allergy to the wasp shit.
Boone.
You should know.
Better late than never.
I know. Sorry, I've been fucking trying to find it. I hate this fucking new shit. I can't find nothing.
Boone.
Which county you say, Will?
Boone.
So bad.
This is harming our children.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
trying to tell
what
you.
is?
This thing is happening in Boone County.
Boone.
Everybody's doing this weird thing.
Yeah, with wasp spray.
Well, how do we stop them using the wasp spray in...
Boone.
I don't know.
Cool.
Show an ID. Make them show an ID like when you buy Sudafed.
Does the
Boone.
police department have anything to say about it?
Yeah, they say it's going to kill you. I mean, anytime you're going to use something that's used to kill things to get high, it might kill you, right? Think of another example.
Peanut butter kills some people.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Sniffing.
That's a
Kids
great
have died
argument.
from sniffing nuts.
That's right.
Boom! Just drop some peanut butter on your ass.
Boone.
So, you guys were just talking about this subject this week. Good news, bad news for pot smokers.
Uh-oh.
The good news. The first open-air cannabis restaurant in the U.S. has been approved.
I'll have one joint, please.
The bad news, if you want to go there, you will have to travel all the way to West Hollywood.
That's right where I live. That's
Oh,
awesome.
You're never
my
there.
bad. Then it's good news, good news. In fact, it'll be located at 1201 North La Brea Avenue.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Wait. What's our address?
Wait, we're at 1201 North La Brea
Oh,
Avenue.
shit, that's my house.
Oh, my God. The Cannabis Cafe will use an air filtration system like the one used in casinos for its smoking area. That's the way they were able to jam this thing through and get it approved. It is right
Like
across
Julian
the street.
Assange in an AR.
It is right across the street from a synagogue, which has an outdoor area used by the congregation. And the synagogue didn't want it to happen, but it's going to happen. It's
Take that, synagogue.
2 blocks from here.
the approval of the
Does
restaurant.
that turn you on, Andrew, that you can go there and
I get so fucking blazed.
you can get so blazed up, Andrew? Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. They're waiting for you, Andrew.
Smoke mad joint.
No, Andrew in there. Yes!
Yeah, Andrew's going to come back from lunch with like one of those like knit caps with fake dreads coming out of it.
Yeah. No, that's the best. That's the only way you should walk in, with a giant fake dread wig on.
It's on the same block as Kat Von D's place and McDonald's. He's going to get like 5 Happy Meals and a tattoo after he gets stoned.
It's on.
Oh,
come back with like face tats.
A National Restaurant Association survey released earlier this year showed that using cannabis and CBD are considered some of the top trends in the industry. So
That what is it? The Care by Design have a cream that has CBD and THC in it, and Catherwood uses it, so you know it doesn't get you high, and it works, man. It's better than I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I just know if you rub that thing on, then it doesn't hurt as much.
I use that stuff on my face and my neck every day.
What?
Yeah.
CBD cream on your face and neck every day,
Yeah.
and you found that to be good.
Yeah, because my
Is it
my
a
skin.
moisturizer
My,
that you bought?
yes.
You bought a CBD THC
Lotion.
moisturizer.
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, and yeah, it doesn't get you high in the slightest, but it's.
Who recommended that to you?
I just saw it in the shop one day, and like sometimes lotion gets a little oily, so it'll make me break out.
Yeah,
But if I don't put any lotion on, I get a little ashy.
yeah. But that
And
one, just you saw that and thought,
Yeah.
put some weed in my face, see what happens.
Yeah. I was like, fuck it, I'll try this.
And it's
Kicks
the best
ass.
thing you've had.
It kicks ass. Yeah.
Huh. Check this guy out, Will. He's covered in weed.
Yeah. Want
Let's
to touch
lick
me?
from foxnews.com.au, 4 kids in Australia got the ride of their lives.
Oh, g'day. Kangaroo?
No, the kids,
No one's ever ridden a kangaroo. Can't be done.
the kids aged 10 to 14 wrote a goodbye note and stole their parents' SUV and just started driving.
Later, cobbers.
Yeah, it's cranked up, ready to go. That's the engine. According to police, the 4 kids left Rockhampton and Queensland
Yep.
and headed down to Grafton,
Yeah, Grafton. That's where my mum lives.
New South Wales.
Nah. Oh, wow. That's a really long way. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
it's more than 600 miles.
They made it.
Mm-hmm. Around 11 o'clock on Sunday night, the police stopped the van, ordered the kids out, and they refused. They locked the doors to the van. So eventually an officer used a baton to break out the vehicle's windows. It was not immediately clear which child or children drove the vehicle down the coast, but cops think all the kids shared in the driving responsibilities.
Yeah, that's why kids should have cars.
I agree.
I'm so tired of driving my son places.
Yep, me too.
He plays video games all the time, and he's basically competent.
I agree.
Basically competent. Here's your license. The children
Just
made
make all the cars, give them all bumper technology, and then what's the problem?
bumper
Yeah.
cars.
Are you going to yell at a kid?
Let's just drive bumper
Road rage
cars,
is gonna
man.
go down.
That would take care of so many problems if we just
what?
all drove bumper cars.
Bigger bumper cars
Yeah.
with more power.
Yeah.
'Cause, don't
More
they-
safety.
bumper cars have to have the thing that goes, the pole that's on the track, right?
Yeah, and then the big grating that
you
goes
have to
over the
have grading
top.
over the sky.
Mhm.
So we can't have grading.
No,
Yeah.
I
You're
think,
saying,
I think we
about
should
this?
grade
What
Los
about this?
Angeles.
what about a Prius, but all rubber around, like the car is half the size inside and the outer, because there's a giant rubber bumper around the whole fucking thing.
Oh, but then you're making me drive a little tiny rubber Prius.
Yeah.
I'd
Well,
rather,
how else do you go
I'd
up
rather
side
drive
streets?
a bumper car.
You can't have a car. You can't all of a sudden make cars wider than they are today.
They're already too wide.
They are.
Hmm.
Will, maybe you could stack them upwards, Michael, but then you got to watch out for those bridge crossings where you get your head ripped off.
And that electronic net covering the whole city.
That's right.
What about pods? Pods that people can
Yeah. And think of all the carnies we'll have to employ.
right.
Oh yeah.
Keep
on
your
the way
arms
to
and
work.
legs inside the trolley till it comes to a complete stop.
Town will be crawling with dirt bags.
Cereal poopers on the loose.
To
I
run
think my daughter pooped some cereal this morning.
Does she run a lot?
No, it's not that kind of cereal pooping.
It looked like
Wait, your
Wheat-
daughter
it-
shit
sugar.
in cereal?
No, it looked like Wheaties inside orange juice, and she'd eaten neither.
Are we talking about shit or cereal?
It looked like she shit cereal. It
I don't
came out of
understand.
her pants and was all over the chair, but her pants were dry. None of us can figure out how it happened.
She's like a poop magician.
Yeah, she's like, it was a miracle cereal poop.
Did it look like Jesus or Mary or anything?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
Looked
why
like-
you got to go there, Will?
I'm just because he said it was a miracle poop. I was just cereal.
Maybe it looked like Thor
It looked like Beyonce,
Well,
or Beyonce,
naturally.
In this case,
the other god.
in Michigan, the Buckingham Woods neighborhood.
Buckingham Woods?
Yes.
Like near Buckingham Palace?
Except it's
In the woods right near Buckingham Palace?
more Detroit-y than
Oh.
London-y.
It's not
Yeah.
even near the palace?
No, it's not.
What the fuck? Is there how deep can you go in the woods? Is there wolves in there? Is there wild animals? Can you believe that dude fucking tames wild horses? Who the fuck tames
I just
wild
catch 'em.
horses and crocodiles? Oh man, I just grab them and shit.
With
I
my
just grab,
teeth.
I just grab boars.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit!
Matt Wright,
Yeah,
star of Monster Croc Wrangler.
that's a maniac.
Well, somebody's
Will.
been shitting in the pool.
Oh man.
Is it a
And-
human being?
And the authorities say, due to the frequency, we believe this is intentional.
So not cool.
So does that mean you know what? That's a risky move because you're squatting back and putting your asshole over the water, which means that you get off the toe to the heel, and you're going in
Mm-hmm.
with a turd dangling out of your butt.
The association board president released a statement online Friday, and I swear that these are his words. In the announcement, the association's board president says, "We're looking through the logs."
Oh,
he did.
yeah.
He said that. He said that. He said he's looking through the logs, the visitor logs,
Yeah.
to see who
No,
had
he
been
meant the
there.
poop.
I know.
He's not going to put up with this crap anymore.
Oh, move on,
Hey,
Okay.
that's
man.
not a pool
I gotta
noodle.
go home to that shit. I don't need it in
All
here
right,
all day.
right.
I'm sick of this shit, Will.
If they come forward, do you think they'll wipe the record?
I'll kill
clean?
them.
What?
You just said if they come forward. I said I'll kill
Oh,
them.
okay.
What?
I think they'll wipe their record clean.
Who's gonna wipe the record clean?
Quilted Northern?
Who are they? Do they own the Pillow
Mm-mm.
organization?
No. I'm sorry. Look, this whole news story's gone down the toilet.
What did I did something wrong?
No.
Will's just dropping poop puns.
No, but I'm trying not to let him notice because thanks, Kevin. He's getting...
Good one, Kevin. Now Ding Dong's onto it.
Have you seen that new movie Constipation? Of course not.
No.
It hasn't come out yet.
Oh.
Zoinks!
Not like the movie Diarrhea. It leaked, so they had to release it early.
Long run time on that one.
You'll miss that.
No, I did not.
Mm-hmm.
No, these are your jokes.
Okay.
I changed my baby's diaper at a movie theater.
Cool, great. No, I'd rather hear about his fucking kid shit again, though.
I got this sweet video. It's so funny.
Trying to have
Wait.
a fucking chocolate smoothie thing.
Yeah.
It's so funny, dude,
You're
because she
filming your kid shitting in a theater.
No. She took this really rude shit, and I took her in the men's room, and they didn't have the changing table in there. But we went to the first movie of the day. It was a 10:30 screening, so half the movies weren't even the theaters weren't being used yet. So I took her into the 12 o'clock screening of Midsummer at about 11 a.m. and just changed her diaper. And she's just so antsy because I've been holding her at fucking Avengers, 3-hour movie. It's way too long for a baby. I was an idiot to take her there. So I just let her go, and I got this awesome video of her crawling around with her ass hanging out all over a movie
Oh
theater.
my god.
This guy.
Here's a little factoid for
You
you.
take any shit stories?
I still have segment 17 of my
All right.
complete series on poop, but just to share with you one little factoid about it. Did you know that when you say the word poop, your mouth does the same motion as your butthole, and the same is true for the phrase explosive diarrhea?
No.
It's not true.
Okay. I do know, however, that
You probably don't.
if you eat 4 cans of alphabet soup, you're bound to have a giant vowel movement.
I feel like killing dolphins right now.
Okay. So, from QZ.com, the headline, Why I'm Turning My Son into a Cyborg. It's an interesting story, and, I'm every parent has to make their own decisions about kids and all that, but I'm curious if you think this parent is doing the right thing. The woman writing the article is apparently a genius. She's done a ton of work for the CIA and stuff, other government agencies. She seems to be an amazing engineer and on the cutting edge of artificial intelligence. So when her son was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, she hacked his insulin pump and built an artificial intelligence system that learned to match his insulin to his emotions and activities. But then her son was diagnosed with autism. She says for those on the spectrum, they cannot read emotion and facial expressions, and that is an important skill. So she used some technology she was working on for the CIA where artificial intelligence can tell if somebody's lying or not. And she put these she made little glasses that will determine someone's emotion. And it will show a little symbol for, oh, this person's happy, this person's angry, or whatever on the guy's glasses when he's looking at them. It'll even tell him if somebody's smiling falsely or if they're genuinely smiling. So, she's built an augmented system for this kid. The question is he going to rely on that his whole life to figure out if somebody has these emotions or not? Would he learn anyway if he went through the regular path of not having something tell him this his whole life?
Could he fight crime or do some evil stuff with it?
He could be the lie detector. He could detect lies.
Kind of.
No, actually. The glasses would tell him this person's lying, that person's not lying. She built this shit for the CIA.
Oh, right. Well, I think still, with all due respect to this kid, somebody who didn't have autism using those glasses would probably be even better at it.
Yeah, what about if I get not me, but what about if somebody else gets a hold of him?
Oh, we can't let that fall into the wrong hands.
Why?
I don't know.
What if customs has them?
Ooh.
What if
there you
everybody?
go.
What about if all police officers have glasses where they detect your lying ass face?
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem like everything that's like very cutting edge technology very often becomes very commonplace very quickly? I've said it before, I believe it's true that somebody found a Sharper Edge catalog from years and years ago, and every single thing that they were selling in it is now an app for your phone or something that comes standard with your phone. My point being, if that's something that is possible now, might that not be common in the not too distant future? 10 years from now, whether it's with your phone or glasses or whatever, what if everybody can tell when everybody is lying?
A world without lying.
Whoa.
Like, they've made movies where people don't know how to lie, but what about movies where people can't lie? Because everyone just know they're lying.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, trip on that, bro.
From The Guardian, this headline: do our pets ever really love us, or do they just stick around for food?
What the fuck is that?
It answers the question.
I already know the answer.
Oh, you think you know the answer?
Chickle Dickle,
Mm-hmm.
when he hears the garage opener,
Like food.
no,
Oh, what?
it's Daddy.
Oh, okay.
And I come up from underneath the garage, and he's at the door to greet me. Gimri comes down to the door when I open the door and walks me up to the first step, and Burger's at the first step, wiggling her fucking crooked tail at me. So they're all saying hello. And then when I say hello to all of them, I don't give anybody any food. Nobody gets any treats from me. Yeah, but not when I get home. I don't give you a treat for saying hello, but they all greet me. So what's that, Will? Well, I'll tell you what it is. They know me.
It's them being smart enough to know that, oh, that's the guy with the food power.
It's
Okay, so
unconditional.
let's be nice to
It's
him.
unconditional love.
So you're saying that, hey,
of
here
food.
comes the guy. Make sure you greet him so that he feeds us later on.
Huh.
Or, hey, it's Daddy's home. You're saying that they actually don't like me, they hate me, and they all plan to greet me at the door.
Well,
And once they're done greeting, they piss off and hide somewhere. They love hanging out with me.
let's see what the science says. Studies of brain chemicals say in humans, the behaviors that bond individuals are maintained through a cocktail of molecules that are absorbed in different ways by the brain. Many of these are regulated by the brain hormones that include vasopressin and oxytocin, the love molecule. And in humans, the production of this hormone spikes when individuals are sexually aroused, giving birth, while nursing offspring, but also rises when they see people that they love. Dogs respond with the exact same chemical surge, not only when interacting with other dog friends, but also when interacting with their human counterparts.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe your dog loves you.
No shit.
There's only one study that showed that cats have similar but smaller reaction.
Yeah,
Yeah, cats are dicks.
that's not true. I just told you, Guy Reed fucking says hello to me every day.
And they only react the same way with a chemical spike when their owner is petting them. Otherwise, they're like, fuck off.
Nope.
And
No Guy Reed.
as far as birds go,
Right now, after work, gonna go home and drive. When I get to the
Mhm.
door in the garage and I open it, there is a dwarf bald cat that stands on the step and starts going and follows me up to the step to where Burger does, where Chickle,
I say,
three-legged
"Feed
chihuahua,
me,
meets me at the second level.
feed me."
He doesn't want. Why are you doing that?
Wait, first, birds.
He wants me to carry him and shit.
Birds
Yeah?
are dumb.
What about crows? Thought they remember
Birds-
stuff.
Birds do feel a warmth for their owners, but quite often they misread those friendship signals for sex signals, and they start getting all horned up.
Remember how somebody talked about that alligator yesterday? Lady on Snapchat sent me photos of a lady with her alligator in bed with her.
Oh.
I mean, not having sex. Sorry, that sounded weird.
Oh, yeah.
On
But
the bed next to her as a friend.
That's still weird.
It's not as weird as I originally said.
Yep.
Well, we've talked about news stories before where people have lifelong relationships with
Mhm.
Reptilians.
reptilians, right? And Matt pointed out that crocodiles are meaner than alligators, and saltwater crocodiles
Right.
are the meanest. So it's all these things are possible, and they can all be true at the same time.
Maybe a sexed up parrot wants to hump your face every time you walk over and go, Tweety, want a cracker or whatever.
Parrots don't have dicks. I'm all right with it.
All right. Maybe it just wants to rub holes on you.
I'm all right with that.
just going to come up and scissor your ear.
I mean, my cat tries to put his ass on me sometimes. I don't let it happen, but I don't get that mad at it.
Haven't we all confused sex and love with birds?
I don't know about that last bit, but yeah, all right.
From Fox 35 News in Bradenton, Florida, Ryan Bray,
Yeah.
who has a remodeling company, saw a man at an intersection asking for money, holding up one of those, I'll work for food signs. So he decided to take that man up on it. He said he wanted to do more than hand out a temporary solution, and he wanted to lend a hand in getting them off the streets. So when the man rested his arms on Ryan's open car window and said, "Hey, do you have any money?" Ryan said, "No, I have one better for you." And he offered the man a $15 an hour job doing yard work.
Boom! Tough acting to acting.
The homeless man said, "Absolutely not."
Oh, shit.
Fuck you! So now Ryan has been spending his extra time standing next to the guy who refused the job. He basically has a sign that says, "I offered this guy a job for $15 an hour and he didn't take it, so don't give him money."
That is petty.
I know.
Tom Petty.
Well, but he says that he believes if drivers stop handing cash to people through their cracked windows, then, it'll stop these people from hanging out in his neighborhood.
I'm going to get a sign and stand next to both of them that says, both these guys are dicks.
Yeah, no, you're in the clear on that one for sure.
I have this guy who I've started calling my roommate.
Oh, no.
He hangs out. He loves my parking spot. It must be a really solid place to smoke crack.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I should try that. I'll stand next to him with a sign in my parking spot.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, this guy hangs out here all day and smokes crack.
I mean, I wouldn't recommend smoking crack. That goes for everybody else out there, kids. It's not worth it.
Yeah, kids.
But
don't
listen
smoke
to-
crack.
But listen, that's why I said don't smoke it. Bad.
Listen to your old buddy Jason. Don't smoke crack.
That's what I say all the time when I get home. Hey, midget cat, don't smoke crack. Diddle-diddly-doo.
Yakety yak.
That's pretty much my day. Time to go back to sleep till the radio starts again.
Near Ottawa, a 29-year-old woman.
Is that in Canada?
It is.
Yeah.
29-year-old woman has been charged with assault and mischief after her brother was attacked and a parked car was damaged with a pitchfork. Police said a downtown resident was awakened Friday morning by the sound of smashing ceramics to discover his sister throwing objects around their shared living room and breaking out all the glass in the living room window. The victim tried to leave to call the police, but his sister followed him outside and allegedly threw a vacuum cleaner at his head. She then punched him in the head and scratched his arm. The victim watched as the accused then somehow produced a pitchfork and began beating a parked vehicle.
It's not my business, but this guy's really got to break up with his sister.
When the police arrived, they discovered the woman in her underwear still clutching the pitchfork.
It's hot.
That's like, maybe she's...
Yeah, maybe you should stay with his sister.
Yeah. She was apprehended after trying to hide in a small plastic children's pool. She then fled from the police a second time, jumping over a chain link fence and running down the street, all with a pitchfork. Police say she might have been doing meth.
Oh, that does. Those two stories, when you put them together, do add up.
Right.
Yeah, it fits the bill.
I was totally into her until they said she was on meth.
So was I.
Right? She just sounded like such a ball of fun. Obviously,
Yeah.
when it was fun times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm
She had
picturing like a pissed off Mila Kunis.
She had the
Yeah.
best of times when she
I
was having
know.
a good time, you
Right?
know?
Not
Maybe-
dating my sister till she sobers up.
Tennessee police arrested a man after he allegedly tried to flush dozens of grams of drugs down his toilet.
Yeah, I never got why people do that.
Such a waste.
The police said it could create Alabama meth gators.
That's not true because they don't know how to get it again, or do they even care? They just do it one time and then they party, and then they stop partying, and then that's it. They don't go, man, I need to get me some more of that. They don't know what they fucking had.
I thought that would make a good XFL team name. Alabama meth gators.
Oh, that is
Agreed.
good.
I think this is just a publicity stunt.
Yeah, pretty much. But
Yeah, this is more a big meth's propaganda.
they posted
Yeah, it's
this.
just like trying to say how cool meth is and makes gators thirsty.
They made this post. The police made this post. Folks, please don't flush your drugs. When you send something down the sewer pipe, it ends up in our retention ponds for processing before it's sent downstream. Now our sewer guys take great pride in releasing water that is cleaner than what is in the creek, but they're not really prepared for meth. Ducks, geese, and other fowl frequent our treatment ponds. We shudder to think what one all hyped up on meth would do.
Well, if a duck does meth, does a duck die?
There's only one way to find out, Jason.
Probably depends on how much it does.
What? No, but if it's just in the water or whatever. I mean, obviously, why would a duck eat a fucking brick? Like, if it got a bunch of ducks got a hold of stuff, do they die?
Well,
If they die, then yeah, that's bad. But if they don't die and they just wig out for a bit, I mean, you're a duck. You weren't doing anything anyway. Don't. Oh, I'm late to. You ain't late to anything. You're just a duck.
Plus, meth kills your appetite, so, you know, if a fucking gator gets all hopped up
I'm
on it,
just
he's not
saying,
going to
like-
want to eat anything. He's probably just going to want to take apart my computer.
I don't think it's cool to give animals drugs and stuff, but I feel like if it doesn't kill them, they're all right. You know, dog does acid versus a kid does acid.
We've talked about forming our own superhero group before. This article,
No, we haven't. I never did that.
Okay. This article comes from Garrett Andrews, the criminal justice reporter for the Central Oregon Bulletin.
He does good work.
This guy sounds like he's somebody who should be in a superhero comic book. He's at it again, and this time there's been an arrest. I'm talking about the creep catcher.
They arrested the creep catcher, or
Now who's going to catch the creep?
yeah, good. I know. Why stop the good guys?
Wait, I haven't told you what happened yet.
Okay.
The creep catcher is a self-styled vigilante and former fast food employee. His name is Cougar Martin Joannis.
Mellencamp. Oh.
He spends his time online posing as a 13 or 14-year-old on dating apps and arranges in-person meetups with adults, then films the ensuing confrontation. He and a few friends have posted more than a dozen videos of the confrontations, but despite his best efforts, the creep catcher has netted 0 creeps, but no creeps have been arrested yet. Until now.
I still don't understand.
Authorities
what
are
crime
not.
is he fighting?
Authorities, people trying to pick up on children, pedophilia.
Yeah, he's catch a predatoring.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now I understand. Oh, so he's pretending to be a girl.
Yes.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Or boy, whatever.
Okay, sorry.
Authorities are not releasing much information about the arrest. They will only say that the creep catcher lured some potential pedo over to his house. He filmed a confrontation, and then the creep catcher was arrested.
Oh, that's it? He didn't catch those the
He did, caught him on video, but then the police arrested him because he was wearing a bulletproof vest and a scarf over his face, and he had a 6-inch fixed blade on him.
Yeah.
So when the cops rolled by and shined a floodlight over there, all they do is see this guy dressed all normal and some guy covering his face with a scarf with a knife confronting this guy.
Yeah, but now that they figured out exactly what the dynamic is, they don't get the guy for being a child molester?
Well, they have...
They don't, do they?
They have asked...
The law.
They've asked the creep catcher to stop doing this, citing safety concerns. And
That's fair.
Or do it better.
And the possibility he will jeopardize an ongoing investigation. So, yeah, he did get arrested, get taken to jail.
Yeah, look, it's not a good idea. Because it's just
Right,
not, because nobody's John Wick in it.
Right.
And it's not, unfortunately, we're all just pretty shit at, people slip and fall on the ground, and none of us are somersault jiu-jitsu extraordinaires. So
Right.
you end up falling over, and then the dude, you don't do the thing. But if you could just lure people that are like, hell yeah, I'm going to have sex with a fucking 10-year-old and beat the living shit out of them with your Batman mask on, I back it 100%.
Look,
but
I
you
mean-
can't do it. None of you can fucking do it.
I see both sides of that. I see somebody wanting justice. And also, look, police departments don't have the staff to go after, people that are ripping bank accounts off and
I know.
and all these online predators and all this other stuff. So it's nice to supplement that, but it seems like maybe it'd be put to better use to get more cops out
His
there.
heart was in the right place.
Yes.
Seemingly,
That's
yeah,
all.
Sure.
Oh, unless he just wanted to make videos that people would watch so he could get rich. I'll be the next Chris Hansen.
Yeah, I don't know. Man, would you tackle pedophiles? It's risky stuff. I think I'm pretty tough. That's risky stuff. Having a guy come over then saying, hey, man, I actually am not a fucking 14-year-old girl, and you're under a citizen's arrest or something, and I'm gonna tackle you or some shit.
I mean,
that is dangerous stuff. It's
You're-
stupid,
yes,
and I'm a moron. So that's how dumb that is.
You're talking about a situation where somebody is already coming over for a very bad intention.
Yeah.
What if they're coming over for a worse intention? What if they
What if
bring
they have a gun?
gun?
Yeah. Or what if they? I don't know, man.
Or a
What if you
knife
get into
or
a
a
scuffle and then
sword.
you kill the guy, and then you got to tell the cops? How does it work when you say, "Look, I pretended to be a 14-year-old girl. The guy came over. We got in a scuffle, and I killed him." Do they just go, "Okay, well, thanks for catching him"?
No. They're gonna take. No,
Bullshit.
they're gonna take you, and you're gonna be mixed up in
Yeah.
that. Hopefully, you have the electronic trail to prove.
Yeah, but even if you do, you
Even
still
if you
caused
do,
this to
yeah.
happen.
Yeah. You still did a vigilante.
Yeah,
thing.
aren't you like what is it? Not what's the what's the one where it's one off?
Manslaughter.
Is it? It's manslaughter when you do that, isn't it?
I don't know. Assault with a deadly weapon. Who knows what it is?
I mean,
Depends on
it's
the
taking the
specifics.
law in your own hands. That's against the law, is it not?
Yeah, I would think that you would have caused this action to happen. It would be a bad place to be. It would be a bad position to be in either way.
Yeah.
Finally, in the news
I
today,
think it's crazy people don't do that more often, though. So it seems like maybe you're leaning towards maybe you do get off. If you actually do it, I'm saying. Like if somebody actually molests a child and then that dad kills that guy, does that dad really have to go to jail for very long? Really?
I hope not. I don't think a jury would make him go to jail for very long.
But he
if
has
at
to
all.
go for a little bit, but not long, right? And not in like butt mule prison, just hanging out.
Time served.
Jail, yeah.
Maybe. Would be fine.
Do you think that? Because I think that, but we're probably wrong.
I think a lot of jurors try to really do the right thing, and I think they would consider that to be the right thing.
I think it's the right thing, dads.
Finally, in the news, a snake-like UFO has been spotted again, and this time it's emitting an energy beam.
Why is it?
Snake-like?
Wait. So is it in the? It's in the sky,
It is. It's
and
a
it looks
sky-
like a snake.
sky snake. Yeah,
That is the coolest thing to make to fly.
I think they may have been confused a bit because it appeared over Washington State. I think they were heading for Washington D.C. and took a wrong turn or something. We're in
What?
the wrong place.
You mean the snake?
Yeah. Don't you think?
You got any video of this bullshit artist?
Yes. Yeah, I do. I did send it to you, Andrew, the other day. If you've got it,
What color is the snake?
I want to read the story. I want
And
to.
how does it float?
Alien enthusiasts were sent into a frenzy when a baffling UFO shape like a snake appeared above the Mojave Desert in California. Several weeks later, a similar object was spotted plunging from the sky before speeding off at breakneck speed over Colorado. And now, here it is again. Snake UFO caught on camera. It's not a balloon,
I was gonna
said
say,
one UFO expert.
It's a balloon.
It's a kite.
But the UFO expert said, it's not a balloon.
But it's a balloon.
But he said it's not.
Told you people. It's a balloon. Why are you so
These
fucking stupid?
UFOs seem to be taking a keen interest in children's birthday parties. Or it's balloons.
Wait,
One
you're saying you saw a balloon again? That's crazy.
One UFO expert also said it's probably just a bird. But it could be a UFO.
It probably is a balloon, you dickhead.
Oh, yeah?
Idiots.
I've never heard of a balloon blasting a beam down from outer space.
Space snake. It's just like you got no chance now. Like I want to believe in aliens, but you got morons that are talking about space snakes. It doesn't even look like a fucking snake. It looks like a fucking balloon. You absolute dickhead. Nobody's dumber. Congratulations, news. Everybody, check out the space snake. Looks like a football almost kicked into the air.
And we
Space
will
snake.
have to put a hold on part 17.
No, we don't. We
of
got
my
10 more minutes. Our
poop
guest
series.
is running late.
Really?
Poop away.
Yep.
All right, here it comes. We've been waiting for it. Part 17, the last segment of my poop series. There's a poll on people's bathroom habits, and one of the first questions on the poll was, do you look before flushing?
I started that.
Don't you? I mean, what, you started
I didn't.
looking?
No, I started talking about it because I feel
Oh.
like people don't talk about it because it's like one of those things you don't talk about.
Doesn't
Of course you do.
everyone...
It's health. It's health conscious.
I don't do
Yeah.
it for health reasons. I just want to see what my poop looks like.
I don't even
That's
know
even
why
more
I
honest.
do it.
My buddy used to ask like every chick at house parties if they look at the TP after they wipe.
I have to. Otherwise, how do
How do you know if your butt's clean?
How do I know it's clean?
How
Yeah.
will I know? That's what the Whitney Houston song was about.
I don't know. I mean,
Sad note on poop. According to Time magazine, 1 billion people have no access to toilets and have no choice but to poop in public.
Well, poop in public or poop in holes?
And public and holes?
what do you mean pooping? Like you just said, they're all just standing chest to chest, shitting in front of each other.
Well, in sub-Saharan Africa, yeah. I mean,
No, they're not. It's gigantic. Everyone's everywhere. You can take a
You
poop by
got-
yourself in the woods.
You got 39 million people there without
You're
toilets.
acting like it's a gigantic island.
Yeah, we got like 60 million people here, Will, and we still managed to cordon off spaces that are just for pooping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People go off into the
Indoors.
trees and shit, dude. They don't. It's not like somebody's eating a burger and there's a dude standing right next to the guy with shit flying out of his ass, and then another dude just drives by on a scooter with shit flying out of his ass.
Andrew,
They all
find
go
the
into the-
picture. Find the picture of the guy eating the hamburger with somebody pooping next to
It's
him.
not the case, man. You just make it out like that.
Here's another interesting fact I found out.
Wilderness. Everyone poos out in the wilderness.
Some people take their pants off when they poop.
I could see that.
I do.
I mean, completely off, like
Yeah, off.
not just around the ankles.
No, off.
They slip their.
I hate pooping in jeans.
Yeah, I
don't
usually
know.
pull my jeans down first.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable to sit around and poop all day.
I have to get it around my down to my ankles. I hate
Yeah,
it.
but not all the way off.
Well, if I'm at home, I do. If
15%.
I'm at home, I have to take at least 1 foot out, so I don't want to be. I just like being away from it all.
15% of people feel most comfortable pooping without any pants.
Yeah, yeah.
Many countries in the world, such as Thailand, get by without using any toilet paper.
What?
Instead, they use what is called a bum gun, a hose that
An
hangs
elephant.
beside the toilet. After pooping, people use the hose to clean out their bottom.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Do not dry off afterwards.
No, but where do they use soap?
It's because it's like 500 degrees in Thailand.
All I see is a hose.
So they just hose shit off their ass, and if it doesn't get off their ass, maybe they'll flick it off with their hand, and then use water to rub together, which means they still got shit on their hands.
Well, it gets far worse than that because you're still talking about plumbing in the situation that Will is describing. Of course, there are people who don't have access to plumbing and don't have access to toilet paper who are indeed using their hand habitually.
Yeah, a lot of people used to grab.
You ever see the guy take a poo in his hand and smear it on his face while he's smoking a cigar?
I think so.
It's crazy.
Lots of people used to grab a book or a magazine before heading off to poop. Not so these days. A survey found that 84% of people are texting and scrolling through social media while they're sitting on the toto.
I know. I'm trying to get back into reading on the toilet. It's one of my life goals.
Some people prefer to poop while standing.
Yeah, I do that.
The only trouble is that
I like to watch
standing-
Netflix from this, like behind my wife, standing up, and I shit, and I try to make the shit fly out of my butt and hit the bowl that's like 3 feet behind me and like a quarter inch to the left.
It's not that weird if you're standing on the bowl.
No, I got 1 foot on the sink and 1 foot on the bowl, and I kind of like Benny and the
God.
Jet that shit.
I like to stand on the tank backwards
Yeah.
and then grip the curtain rod and then just squat down.
Sometimes I get Subway sandwiches and I dip my Subway sandwich in that top border, and then right when I bite it, I crank a turbo shit into the bowl, standing like Captain Morgan over it.
Well, both sitting and standing are both just as bad on your gut. As
If
opposed
you do,
to squatting.
if you do
like you're
Kegels
supposed to.
and if you eat right and you exercise, you can shit stand in any goddamn way you want. How about that?
There are some people that like to poop in the nude.
That's my favorite way to poop. I mean, let's be serious. That's how I was born. That's how I shit.
As Tully mentioned, many countries around the world do not use toilet paper. They might use a bidet or a hose, but a lot of people use their
bidet,
hand,
mate.
their fingers.
I like to poop in the shower and then just stomp it down the drain.
Oh, you waffle it?
Sometimes I've
Waffle stomp?
I don't need to be a part of that conversation.
For example, in the Middle East, the right hand is for greetings and all things nice. The left hand is for removing poop.
What about if you a fly is irritating you and you've got a sandwich in your non-shit hand? Then what do you do?
Ooh.
I tell you what you do. You get pink eye, you fucking moron. Wash your hands, idiot.
In ancient Rome, the
Shit
public
in your face is bad. Doesn't matter what side of the planet you're on.
in ancient Rome, they had a sponge tied to a stick that they would all clean their butts with. It was like a community thing.
Ew,
So
a community sponge?
Everybody would use it, the same sponge.
Ew.
You laugh, but it turns out
I'm
that's
not
a great
laughing.
way to spread disease.
I wasn't laughing about
sweet.
that.
People in Asia find the idea of wiping your butt with toilet paper to be gross.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well,
Why?
apparently,
Because they use
I mean, those fancy toilets in Japan kick ass. I love those things.
Is it because everyone has a sweet ass air conditioner water squirting device?
yeah.
And all our petty broke asses have to use TP?
A lot of people, if you mention toilet paper, think it's very similar to the paper you would write on.
Yes. But
That would
wait,
not feel good on your butt. You might get a paper
Being
cut in a
deep-
very
I don't
sensitive
think-
area.
What parts of Asia are you referring to?
Oh,
Yeah.
wherever your wife's from. And
man.
if you're,
Jesus, dude.
I don't know. Hey, I don't.
You
make
don't
up
know,
these
and it doesn't make
facts.
any. Well, how does it make any sense when half his family's Asian and they use toilet paper? And they not one person in his house was like, Mr. Tully, what is up with this roll of whatever it is
Yeah,
in the
Let me
bathroom?
show you this book that I've written on this. What was this? Not writing paper?
Yeah, no, he comes home and his grandmother's written a tutorial on the toilet roll, and he's like, "What are you doing?"
Meanwhile, the bathroom is just destroyed.
Shit everywhere. So go ahead.
If you're traveling outside of the country,
Mm.
study up. Knowledge is key. Some toilets have mandatory slippers. Some use bidets with no toilet paper. The biggest, most embarrassing mistake Americans make is flushing toilet paper. In parts of Mexico, Eastern Europe, Greek and Spanish islands, Turkey, most of Africa, Central and South America, you cannot flush toilet paper without clogging a toilet, and you can be fined $150 for leaving a floater in the toilet.
A turd or wadded up teepee?
Yeah,
What do you mean? Yeah, which
a
one?
turd.
Oh,
There are a lot of countries where bringing your own toilet paper is a custom. So if you're gonna be traveling,
Wait, so when you wipe
around-
your ass, then you put that in the bag next to the toilet?
yeah,
That's so fucked up.
Yeah, but if that's just the best that your plumbing can handle, that's what you do.
That's pretty rancid.
It's so fucked up, and then you're just brushing your teeth next to fucking turds in a basket.
I want to say that when most of us in this room have been to Tulum, I want to say that when I was in some of the more rustic parts, it was still like that. I can remember working in restaurants when there were Mexican guys in the kitchen, and like the new guy would be throwing the toilet paper in the garbage, and somebody would have to take him to the side and tell him that we have superior plumbing here.
You
Yeah.
could not
So-
flush toilet paper in Tulum
That's
in
right.
January.
That's right.
that sounds like a secret code. Some kind of
To get into a
thing
nightclub?
going
No,
on.
there was no code there. They were just offering drugs, so there's no
Oh.
code.
And that is the final part 17 of the poop series.
No,
Huh. No, I'm actually okay with that.
It was pretty shitty.
I'll miss you, poop.
Should we do the wolf knife names or no?
Yeah, I wrote down wolf knife
Yeah,
names.
Jason's got a couple ideas.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Tanya Melton is a chef and a food broker.
Pizza kisses.
Okay. Cody Horn has a job in the oil field.
Tomahawk rainbow.
Okay.
I get that.
Connor Buchanan is a professional exterminator.
Two dogs pissing.
All right. Michael Janish is a busy guy. He does pit bull rescuing and is also a commercial garbage man.
Trash dog. No, sorry.
Not just an amateur garbage man. Doesn't just.
Wind with poo in it.
Okay. Dylan Alamani is a medical lab technologist.
I ran out of names.
X-ray sex.
There you go.
Sex
What about sex
ray.
ray? Oh.
Yeah. Jesse Marcel is a logger buncher operator.
Turd bouquet.
All right.
This
Chris.
is the- okay.
No, I don't know.
Man. Turd bouquet.
He bunches up logs.
No, I got you. Yep.
Yeah, right. Chris Myers designs pipes.
Isn't that the
High all the time.
murder guy with the mask on?
Everybody's
Michael
a murder.
Myers.
Everybody's a murder guy to you, dude.
Hmm.
You got to calm down, man. Let people live. I mean, no, not everybody needs to die.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make this one straight with a big hole in the middle.
Dr. Bong.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a cool name.
Yeah.
Robbie Empante is a sushi chef.
Cultural appropriation.
Oh, I
Murder and pinata.
was just thinking. I saw that comedy guy talking about sushi the other day about how they don't really do anything to. I mean, you just find the good fish and then you cut it and give it to. You don't cook it. So how good of a chef are you?
That's a good angle.
He was going to come on the show. He was going to come on today, maybe. Who is it? Some
John
comedian.
Pavermo?
Yeah, it was funny. But now it makes me feel like everybody that makes me sushi sucks. Because
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know why I was looking at you, but yeah, I don't trust anybody in sushi now. His name is
Taco roll.
finally.
And Michael Anderson makes 2x4s.
Stud.
Woodrow Wilson.
He's got to have a stud in his name.
Yeah, I know,
Chip
right?
Splinter.
It's great to have you here, Kevin.
It's good to be here.
Stud split.
I'm sorry, what, Will?
I'm just talking
everyone's
studs.
got hot dog disease today. What's going on? Starting a word and finishing it. Hip and All right, we covered that, yeah?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Am I supposed to take a break?
You are.
Guest.
What's this?
Faction Talk. Sirius XM 103. All hail the King of the West! Jason Ellis and Michael Tully on Faction Talk. Oh my God!
The FDA has issued a warning to male consumers.
Yeah.
Do not take big penis.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Too late, bruh.
Oh,
Pound for pound.
I already took so much big penis.
Well, I hope
I'm screwed.
you are.
Man, Will.
I hope it made your dick big because you're
Man.
going to die, bro.
Man, I'm going to fucking die. Will, my cock is gigantic and I'm going to die.
I'm feeling uncomfortable.
Man, I took
Must be
too
all that
many
big penis.
Am
I
I-
don't feel safe.
Why did we all take that?
I took way too much big penis, Will. Man, I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
You should know, though. that if you're going to take big penis,
Yes.
that it's dangerous.
With
We're all
big
fags.
with big penis comes big responsibility.
Man, it's a T-shirt that I should wear because people need to. Not enough people are out there spreading that message that people need to know. It's not all fun, big penis. You know.
So this shit comes from overseas. I'm not really sure where. So it's not like
That's the worst place, Michael.
That's why
You can
I
never trust overseas. You
No.
know what they should do?
go back there.
That's right.
Yeah. Go back to where you came
Go
from.
back where your big
penis.
yeah, go back where your big penises belong.
In your pants.
That's right. In your pants land,
Yeah.
Will says.
That shithole you come from.
You call
Well, I
it
guess
your
they're right
pants.
next to the shithole. Wait, fuck. All right. I almost tried to dig myself through it. I missed it. I don't know where big penis comes from, to be honest with you. But
Nobody
the FDA,
does, but when it gets here, you're fucked.
you'll know.
That's all you know. Yeah.
They're running the government.
They are. Big penis runs everything. They control.
They got deep pockets.
I'm just trying to talk about this for as long as I can before big penis shuts us down.
Yeah. No, I'm surprised we're still on the air. We won't be on demand today. I can tell you that.
No.
Big penis is going to shut that down.
They run faction talk.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Which is about to be changed to Trejo's Tacos.
So the
That's the name of the
FDA
channel.
can't outright ban this stuff because it's not made in America. But this is not the first time they've issued a public notification that it can lower your blood pressure to dangerous levels when taken with certain prescription medicines, and you'll get that big dick, but then you're gonna big die.
You're saying low blood pressure's bad?
Low enough, of course.
What about if you have high blood pressure?
Well, then big penis is a win-win.
Right?
Yeah.
Get that up ya.
Bong bong.
Pound it out.
Nah, you'd be better off just using one of those fidget spinners Trejo came here talking about.
Yeah, man. I can't. I was playing with it while I was talking to him, and then I was like, man, how many? I hope nobody put that one on.
I'm sure they gave you a freshie.
That was his personal one, he said.
That's what I felt like. That's a crazy item, though.
Yeah, and he keeps it in his ass for safekeeping.
Trejo's
His-
cockhole.
His buddy had a giant bag of them, so I don't think
I know, but
that'd be
man,
weird if they put all those on someone's penis first and then put them back in that bag.
like a caterpillar.
Yeah.
Be cool.
He just got bored in the Uber on the way over.
Yeah, he's like, hey,
Just
how
put his
many
dick
of
up,
these
put
do you
it
think I can fit on my dick?
Yeah. I mean, that would be a fun thing to do before you came on radio shows and just be like, hey, you guys want to touch this? It was on my dick, you idiot.
Yeah.
Why don't you put your fit? Why don't you grab some donuts with my dick?
5 guys got arrested for
Great
getting
restaurant.
into a fist fight.
Yeah, that seems like somebody was cheating in that, Michael. Seems
I think it was a bit of a melee. I think,
odd.
a couple guys were there with a couple other guys, and some people started talking, and so 5 guys got arrested for having like a fracas out of 5 guys.
son of a, you gotta be joking me.
It's real. It's real. Truth is
Goodness,
stranger
somebody
than fiction.
said, guys. 5 guys are 5 guys. I mean, seriously.
Next
guys.
time. Instagram is experimenting with removing likes from the public display of photos and videos. The idea would be that whatever you post, you would still see your likes, but people who are following you would not.
Is that to combat like envy or some
So they-
shit?
Yeah, something like that.
Those
And they're
fart
they're
knockers.
running it in a couple different countries. I think they've currently instituted it in Australia. So it's a
Mhm.
real thing. It's not here yet, but they really are testing it. And,
Wait, so it teaches people. Wait, so then you can be like Hard Rock Nick and say you're huge and no one will know either way.
Yeah.
We have a guest.
Mhm.
How's it going, Max Holloway?
Doing good, boss. How you doing?
I'm good. Yeah. So here you are, ready to go.
Yes, sir. Let me figure out the seat.
You're getting situated.
Yeah, I'm all good.
Everything's good.
Everything's good. One question comes to mind though, like why?
Why donuts? Are you cutting
why
weight?
these donuts right here?
Man,
I'll
hey,
get rid of those.
Nah, I'm just joking. I'm totally.
I was
playing.
actually thinking about that today because I thought,
They look
how long is he?
delicious.
How
The
long
pink-
until?
You know when the donuts in the pink box, they mean something.
So wait, are you you have to cut weight right now, right? You have to be.
Yeah. We're losing weight right now.
Is that's not a problem for you these days, is it?
No, not a problem. Not at all. It is what it is. You
There
know?
was that little bit of a problem though, wasn't there? From you doing a water weight thing or
No, that's what they said. You know, it wasn't. We ended up figuring out we did tests and everything. We did a bunch of tests to figure it out, and we still couldn't, like, everything came back inconclusive. So it was cool.
But to you, when you felt like, okay, I sound a bit weird, and then let's do some results, some tests, and you go, hey man, all of a sudden I got my stuff back, because obviously you got your stuff back.
Yeah.
So when did it come back? You just had a sleep and it came back, or did it come back over a period of a week or
over a week or so? I'd
Right.
say more than a week actually.
So
Like,
some rest, and then all of a sudden
yeah,
you're
it was
like,
just
okay,
probably
I'm
rest,
all right,
yeah.
I'm all right.
Yeah.
So then obviously you're all right, because then I felt like people kind of doubted you when it came to that fight against
Dustin?
Ortega.
No.
Ortega.
Yeah, Ortega. Yeah, Brian
Yeah,
Ortega.
Brian.
Yeah, because he was, unbeaten, blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
and the way you did that was, you really, I'm like, whoa, you're not, you're kind of beyond all right. You're.
Yeah, we just had to. You know what? That fight, it wasn't. It was just. Everybody kept telling me, "Oh, you had something to prove in that fight." I didn't. You know, I just had to remind people.
So you
I
did
just-
kind of feel that there was a
yeah,
thing that you
for
were like,
sure,
you know what? Oh yeah,
you could tell. You know, we were supposed to fight in July. That unfortunate events happened.
Yeah.
I was the 2-1 favorite.
Yeah.
December, me or him didn't fight. December came. He was the 2-1 favorite. So.
just because of the interview. That's all. Just the thing with Bisping. That's all it took.
It was crazy, you know. It was crazy, and I just had to remind people, you know, that whole fight was kind of crazy to me, you know. People was like putting us, oh look, the young lion versus the old lion, the vet versus the new guy, and blah blah. I'm like, I was younger than him.
I was gonna say,
we're the same age, but I was younger than him until fight week, and then I turned. My birthday was on the 4th, like a couple of days before the fight, and on the Tuesday before the fight, and then people found out, oh wow, they're the same age.
I just think it's funny that people would say that when, I don't care, even if you might have had more fights or people are more aware of you before him, your style is new. Like, it's the new version of what MMA is. You know what I mean? You're not like, I'm not going to even say a name, doesn't matter, but there's an old school kind of way that people fight. And then there's a new version of MMA guys. If you want a belt, then you don't have a conventional game plan. You're your own guy, and you've been that. So I don't understand how they ever came up with that. But then for you to fight Dustin, and like I haven't hung out with that guy, but he's way bigger than you, right?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Did you think that? Did you notice that? Like, all of a sudden you were like, wait a minute.
I didn't.
You're way bigger than I thought you were, or no?
No, not at all. Like, the dude is like 3 inches shorter than me, 4 inches. You know, I'm taller than him, so my weight, and then you don't know how people is built. You know, like you look at John Jones. You know, like he's all top heavy, and then his legs is his legs. You know, and you look at me, I'm Polynesian, and people look at me. I got a butt that gives girls problems. Couple girls.
I don't try to check that out. I'm too busy watching your hands and your feet. I guess that's my angle. But so you're saying you have a powerful butt, but you have long reach too, though, right?
No, my reach ain't long.
Oh, really? You have short arms.
I have short arms. Yeah, everybody at 45 is like, I only have an inch reach advantage over this guy, 69.
Really?
68, yeah. Over Frankie, and Frankie is what? How tall is Frankie?
Maybe it's head movement,
5'6".
because you just seem like you can.
I move my head, yeah.
In and out a lot,
yeah,
get people to miss.
They at the gym. You know, a couple of my guys tease me T-Rex. It's terrible.
Wow, you get called T-Rex. I didn't not even realize that.
It's terrible. Yeah.
So that proves even more so that your head movement and your footwork are what make you beat the shit out of everybody. So this fight, I see all these other interviews where everyone keeps asking about all these other guys, the Conor fight because you had a fight a long time ago, blah, 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 you get paid tons of money, everyone wants to point a finger, and then Habib. Is that something that you talk about a lot, or are you more focused on beating Frankie Edgar? Because that is your next fight.
Yeah, I'm for when we don't got a fight, we can talk about it, but right now it's Frankie Edgar, you know, so much guys be like, I'm going to do this fight, I'm going to do that fight. And then the fight comes, and then they forgot they had a fight in front of them, and then when they go to fight, it shows, you know.
Do you feel like you did that with Dustin a little bit?
Nah, not at all. You know, I think the Dustin fight was he's just a better man that night. You know, it is what it is. You know, there was other fights that was that was after that. But like I told them, behind the scenes, I told them, look, no matter what happens in this fight, I want to come back to 45 and defend my belt in summer, in the summertime, and that was the plan. That was the plan, and we're here now.
So you don't, because I remember you did talk about Habib a lot. Like you wanted to fight that guy. Because is it a matchup that you think is just your style makes that guy?
Yeah, I just wanted to fight him because of the predicaments that we in, and everybody think he's the best fighter in the world, and a lot of times when I stepped in, when I took that short notice fight for in April last year, not this year, last year April, I was supposed to fight him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's right.
So I wanted to fight him. It was like everything was just so close right there, and then it gets away. I'm a competitor. I'm competitive. I just want to compete against the best guys.
But that particular style, because I would find like that's the most. I mean, you're a pretty tough dude, man. I don't feel like you're really too scared about people hitting you in the head, but that's a guy that just holds you down and makes you kind of.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating. It's a very humiliating kind of a fight. You're kind of asking yourself, you're saying, hey, Dana, can you get me potentially the most humiliating fight of my life? That's the one that you're asking for the most.
That's the one. That's the one. Everybody want to be legends until you gotta do legend things and fight guys like that.
Right.
And that's the ones that excite me. We see what happens. And 27 guys tried, and 27 guys could figure it out. So I want to try.
Right. And then talking about people trying, I was thinking about Frankie Edgar today, and I'm like, man, he's done a lot, and then you can think that Brian beat him pretty easy, and then you beat Brian pretty easy, and so it should be easy to take out Frankie. And I'm thinking, if I'm Frankie, there's no way. You have to think this is it.
Yeah.
You have to think that all the time, when you had the belt, when you got really close to having it so many other times, but this is it. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to keep giving. If you go through him, how many times does he get another title shot?
Yeah, we see what happens.
He's going to be coming at you with
everything.
Everything he's got.
And that's how we get prepared for everybody. But Frankie Edgar, like how you say, like this might be it. And him and his team might be looking at it that way. And so you better be ready for the best Frankie. And a Frankie Edgar that dudes like that, like he can humiliate you and have this style that how you say about Khabib and so. So that's why we're ready. Frankie Edgar is a guy you guys talk about size wise. Like this guy was a champion at a heavier weight class where he was way undersized.
He didn't cut weight at all.
Yeah, you could really tell that he was undersized. And
how many other people in the UFC at that time fought at the weight class that they walked around at the barbecue at? He was one of the only ones, right?
Yeah, I think he was probably the only one.
Like he literally didn't cut weight to fight that weight class.
Yeah. Dude's a ledge.
When everybody was doing the
weight class.
I met people like you that were like saying they were fighting in some weight class where I'm like, that's impossible for you to say that you can be a 155er when they looked like 200-pound men. That's like this. The world of MMA showed me a person that was like, yeah, I'm 155. I'm like, that's not even humanly possible. But then I just meet like 25 guys that all say the same thing and all look the same way. I don't know how they do that. I mean, you've been up high, right? What's the heaviest you've been?
Nah, this is LA.
Some 180, right?
This is LA.
What does that mean?
We don't tell these secrets. Come on.
Okay, well, just I don't need like a spot up. What's the big deal? You're down now. You're gonna make it today. Like you're fine for this fight.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get fat, yeah.
I try not to. I tried this or the guy right here, right next to me. I hear it every single day of my life. So
what's going on? Are you? Oh wait, because so now you've been changed into eating the right way all the time. You're a disciplined man.
Oh, I need to be, yeah.
Because if you're not, you are do you eat fast food shit? Is that what you crave?
I haven't had like a good old McDonald's or Taco
Bell
in a while.
That's the thing that you think is good if you could get it.
I wish.
Is that your dream cheat meal?
I eat burgers and stuff, but there's nothing like when you was like after high school walking home and you stop, you get a Earl McFlurry, and you gotta ask them to layer the McFlurry, layer it, guys. Don't be just putting the Oreos on top. What is this?
Man. It's so weird. So you just think those things are the best things. So after when you win, did you go hard on that stuff or?
I might
Not
might
even
have,
anymore, just
no,
stay
no, not
disciplined.
everything. Yeah, like I might have a little cheat meal that I couldn't have, but I like candy and stuff, so I go snack on a bunch of candy.
Is there another when somebody at your level who already is the champion and you lose a fight? Is there something that makes you even better again? Because people tell me that when they lose a fight, that it does something like you can learn from that and become even better.
Yeah.
Like, do you think that from that to this fight, is it a harder Max Holloway to deal with than ever because of that? Like, do you think that definitely gave you?
Yeah, every fight, you watch every fight, every one of my fights, even the wins, we try to change, like even if like Frank Edgar even said it, it's like, oh yeah, we've been getting ready for Max, and then I fight, and then they were like, oh man, we need to get ready for this guy again. It's a different guy all the time, you're gonna get a different product of me every time, the guy that you guys saw in April, I'll probably body him, that's the way. If you're not trying to push yourself to be better than you was last time, then what are you doing? You can't be staying the same, especially in this sport. The things come and go so fast, so you gotta stay ahead of the game.
And that's working out.
Oh, working out, yeah.
Still, just everybody is a bitch to you in the gym. Is that how it goes?
My friend,
it must be like that, right? Like when you're sparring and stuff, everybody's kind of shitty, and you're just way better than everybody. Is that usually how it works?
I wish it was.
It
like
doesn't
that.
work like that. I thought
like
Max
that.
Holloway would be like that. Because I go to the gym all the time. And I love fighting, and I suck. I'm like naturally born to be slow. I got into it late with skateboard injuries. So all the things that you could do in the gym with all your friends, I'm not saying you like blast people and like give them brain damage, but every now and then I bet you're like, man, that guy is really shit, and then you like tag him up a little bit. I never get to really do that. You don't enjoy doing that at the gym?
Nah. I got a bunch of good guys. I got one of the guys that actually got signed was for you watched the Tuesday Night Contenders?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hawaii boy, Coconut Bombs.
And he's been training with you at your gym?
Yeah, he's one of the guys. He was my main sparring partner for two of the Aldo fights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, tagging him would be the greatest day of my life, but I don't really tag him up at all.
What?
Yeah, you kind of see how big he is in there, and what he punched he bodied somebody, so it was funny.
Man.
I'm curious.
Game, right?
You talked about preparing for fights. I always wonder how much can you, on top of just the fact that the guys are obviously evolving all the time, how much can you know from the tape? Because a lot of times I hear from fighters that like, oh, you don't know how hard a guy really hits until you get in there. Like, how much of it is just bound to be a surprise, no matter how much prep you do?
I think so. Getting hit from anybody, that's gonna be a surprise. You don't see their power until you get in there. But when you watch tape and stuff and film and stuff, you can see how someone moves. Most of the time, like, see what their favorite thing is. They show a lot in film if you watch enough. If you go back in time enough to see, like, oh look, he's doing this now, and he's doing it, and he's been doing it before. So
that's the bread and butter.
Yeah. So this is something we look out for. But like powering wise and stuff, you don't really know. Like you can be like, yeah, this guy. Every time after an opponent fights me, they always say like, oh yeah, I didn't think he was gonna be that strong, or this and that, or he don't punch that hard, this and that. It's cool, like. I don't have to punch you that hard. I just gotta touch you up enough to the point to where you're over it.
Is there anybody whose power surprised you especially?
Speed wise was Aldo. Like I did not know Aldo. Like I knew like when you watch someone, you can tell this guy's fast or that guy hit hard. And when I fought Aldo for the first time, the way he was moving, I was like, whoa. This guy's pretty fast.
Looks like it's fun to be him.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's pretty fast. And then
it's more fun to be Max.
And then my guy that just fought Andre Philly, like he's one of, I would say he was one of the harder punchers that I fought until I fought Aldo.
What about, let's say you win this fight, do you go back to mirror ties? Your mirrored ties. Will you get more custom mirrored ties? Don't think I'll ever forget that. Do you have those from time to time? You break it out?
I got a bunch of them.
New ones? Sorry, are they metal? Is it metal? What the fuck is the deal with the ties? What you've got? Because I see you got a red one too, right?
Yeah, I got a bunch of them.
How many you got?
I got.
I mean, I'm not. You don't have to.
I think I got like
roughly
maybe 6 of them. 10
all different colors of metal, shiny metal ties, right?
Yeah.
Is that like your friend or something? Or you? Where'd you get that?
Shout out to Hextide. Look at that. That was a lava tie. We went straight to the mountains.
What?
And, to an active volcano, and I pulled it out.
No,
with
you
my
didn't.
hand.
Nope. So who makes that, really?
Hex tie makes them.
And you're just friends with the guy, or you
I
just
did-
found it?
I
How do
was-
you how do you
I
form
like
a
the gold one.
relationship
I
with
found-
metal shiny tie guy?
I found the gold one, and then after that, everything else. When they saw this, they started reaching out. So it's cool,
So
social
you
media is
found
a
it
great
personally.
place.
You found the gold one first. You were
Yeah.
like, "Damn, dude,
How
gold
cool is
shiny
that?
tie."
It's
No,
pretty dope.
I pointed it out before everybody, and then they went, "Whoa, Max, we got you like metal shiny ties."
Yeah, it's dope.
You went,
They
and
got
then, oh,
buttons,
whoa, metal
and
snakeskin,
diamonds,
diamonds. That's out of control. A diamond tie is. I'm gonna get robbed wearing that. That's insane. Wow.
That's a classy look.
Yeah, no, that's edgy shit. So, do you have any more in store for the victory? Do you have like a victory tie, or you ain't got?
We see what happens. This one, I'm not using a suit. Maybe when I bring out the suits again, then we
You never
bring out
know
the
when
ties.
Max is gonna do it, but make no
Nah,
mistake,
be
it's gonna
ready.
happen
Yeah.
again.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's all I care about. Just an after party or something. Just rattlesnake metal tie me. Let's get it down.
Max, I don't know if you saw this news story from earlier in the week. You seem like a guy who cares more about fighting than about the business end of it. But they finally, the UFC, for some court case or whatever, had to release some of the financials. People have always kind of wondered what share of the money the UFC gets, the fighters get. I don't know if you've heard about this at all. It turns out, going back to like 2013, it looked like the number was around 20%. And that's like, say the NBA, for example, is like 50-50.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have thoughts on how fighter compensation is in the UFC in general?
We see. That's a different talk, right now. So, that's kind of crazy, that I heard. I think we heard a little bit about it of somebody trying to dabble in this, but
Yeah, people have been trying to figure it out. That's why
I'd like to get more educated on it, so I know my stand. As of right now, I'm just gonna sound like an idiot talking about something that I have no idea about. So.
Fair enough.
I think you handled that well. Made perfect sense to me. So, we beat this guy, and then who's next? Or you start thinking about eating burgers and beating up a bigger guy again? What's your deal? You gonna calm down, or what?
Definitely burgers
do you
is
go?
in there. I don't know about anything else, but burgers definitely in there, and we see what happens. We sit down. We go talk to Sean or Hunter or Dana and see what's next. I always said that I wanted to fight 3 times this year.
Okay.
And I know they're moving the December card. Usually do the end of the year card, and they're moving it to the first week of December now. They're only doing one card in December, I heard.
Okay.
And that one card was my card every year for the last 3 years. So they better not be thinking of kicking me off that card because they're going to Vegas. Come on, put me in Vegas. I want to get back home to Night Island, and we go from there.
Right on. So your buddy's used to fighting at that time of the year every time too, right?
I'm used to it, but they send me to Toronto where it's cold, or Detroit was 2 was in Toronto, 1 was in Detroit. All cold in December, yeah. Toronto is sick though, but you can walk underneath the pathway in regular clothes. It's warm.
You can what? You can walk.
It's like a city underground. Like you just walk in Toronto, like under a hotel. Like it's connected for miles. Like 5 miles away, you can walk to the arena.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they have to be mole people for like half the year. That's why they built that.
Crazy.
Yeah, I think Seattle's got
awesome.
a little bit like that too because of all the rain. So you still don't think that 2 belts that's still part of the overall plan?
For sure. Like I said, it's not that far away. It's only 10 pounds up, and if I gotta get on a 10-fight win streak in the 155 division to get my title shot and to get my belt, then I'm gonna do it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not scared of hard work. I don't shy away from it. If that's what they want me to do, that's what they want me to do, and I'm gonna come out there. I wanna have 2 belts. I wanna have 3 belts by the end of my career.
So wait, does that mean you go up again another weight class, or you go down one?
Oh, everything is up. Yeah, fat. No,
Right.
I'm about eating. I love food.
I agree.
Yeah, I think you should go heavyweight.
I think a true champion is a guy, and a true competitor is a guy who's gonna just keep going up and up and up.
I agree. That's kind of the thing. If you fight a guy who's way bigger than you, and he's the champ, and you beat him, you are the champ.
Yeah,
You're the champion because he had this giant advantage. So you're now fully undisputed.
And you get a bunch of McFlurries.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, when you're undisputed, let's say you beat up Brock Lesnar in like 2 years from now, and you're just like this giant fat dude, just like looking like Mark Hunt, but like times 5, and you just clobber Brock Lesnar, and he's out, and you're like, bro, that's it. Then you can stop. Is that the end?
Yeah, you know, I tell you guys now, you know, you guys might see me here in August. You know, I tell DC, I hound DC all the time. Like, you better hope Steve P don't get hurt, because a Hawaiian is gonna step right in, and that Hawaiian.
And you're talking about
me.
you.
Yes.
200 and.
I probably step in at 215. I think that's a good weight.
And I know that
Like
we're
a
not allowed to talk
Brooklyn
about it because it's, you know, it's another thing. But I feel like, have you ever been 215 in your
I've
life?
never been, but that'd be great. You know, imagine me. I might look like the Jifflin guy,
Who
the
did?
tire guy.
Who did?
Yeah, the Michelin Man?
Yeah, Michelin Man.
Yeah.
There
What
it is.
about, didn't Shogun's brother, what's his name? Maurice? No, what's the Shogun's younger brother? He fought heavyweight in Pride.
Ninja?
Yeah, and he was like a short little fat guy because he put on weight to fight. I mean, he looked like a short fat guy on the scale of mixed martial artists and the people that he was fighting, because it was real big. And he didn't win the whole way through, but he still. Who'd he fight? He fought and got hit a lot by really big people, and I remember thinking, why would you do that? And then I realized
It's crazy.
because if he had won, he would have been the champion of the undisputed world, because he fought people that were 10 times bigger than him. I get that. I look forward to that.
That's all.
I think you can handle it too. I think you can fight. I'm not scared of you fighting giant people, you know?
Yeah, that would be fun.
You got to be fat, though. I don't want you to be, like, super jacked. I'll be like, nah.
No, I'll
You'd
be a fat
like,
boy.
yeah, just, like, still buff, but just like,
Yeah.
Man, he is out of shape.
Yeah, a little more Mark Hunt.
Yeah, just jiggly. I'd be like, whoa, that's crazy. It's like he moved away and his stomach was still there for a second.
He's really telegraphing his punches with his gut.
Yeah, because, you know, even if he got fat, he's so fast that his body would leave and the fat would still be there.
I mean, look at the homeboy here. He's from Mexico, but he's from LA, right? Andy, the one that knocked out
Ruiz? Yeah,
look
the
at him. Like, you look at him walking down the side of the street, you'd be like, yeah, I'll take this guy.
Right.
And you want to talk about fast? You see him moving like.
Do you
dude
see little
is
foot
fast.
pattern workouts and stuff?
Yeah, I was
He's
like,
got
dude
footwork
is
and shit.
fast.
I know. And he has the weird, like the no butt, giant fat, like just like everything about it doesn't look like it would make any sense. The only thing I do get is he has abnormal armpit muscles. Like I feel like his almost his whole body is armpit muscle.
He's got Jack Pitts.
So like
I
just
mean that's what you need to knock out heavyweights in boxing, I guess. So.
Nobody's working on those.
Yeah. I think you just spoiled his secret.
I think it is. But his feet move. Got little legs, but those little feet go, man. They carry stuff.
And Max, I didn't realize you, as much as anybody, are to blame for the bottle cap challenge.
That's totally his fault.
Yeah.
Hey,
I was just gonna leave it alone. There you go ahead. You gotta do it. Yeah, great.
That's
I mean,
a good time.
can we just leave this to the professionals? That's all I want to say.
Yeah, I
it's
like
great.
it.
Max did it.
I like
and
it
guess
when
what?
fighters
If
do
he
it.
actually did it and he wanted to do it, he would do something. Everyone else just calm down with your freaking skateboarders hitting stuff, truck drivers knocking things over. I'm like, fucking idiots. Just, God, you guys, get a fucking original thought. Oh, pour ice on myself as well, dickhead.
I saw some cool skater ones. I saw.
They sucked.
Ip Man? Who's the dude from Ip Man?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, Ip Man did it.
Yeah, his was
Yeah.
fucking cool. He
Yeah.
blindfolded himself and did like a jumping,
Yeah.
spinning roundhouse.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Steve-O had an angle as well.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Let's not bring up Steve-O's one because
That's your fault.
Yeah, that is.
It's all your fault.
I guess we get what we deserve, I guess.
That's right. All right. Am I supposed to go? I can tell, right?
Yeah, just in a couple minutes.
All right, dude. Thanks for being on the show. I don't say best of luck because it's your fucking business. You'll handle it. Enjoy your fight. Have fun.
Guys. Thank you.
Thanks for always coming on the show.
Oh, thanks for always having.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Don't die. Really button.
The king of the afternoons isn't just on the radio.
They've been all around the world, and no one's ever told us how many M&Ms they can fit in their foreskin.
Stay informed and catch up on all the behind-the-scenes footage by following them on Instagram at Wolfmate, at Tullywood,
Oh, yes!
Did I get it?
No.
at Kevin Kraft, and at The Jason Ellis Show.
Oh, God, he's going to spin. Oh! You should definitely snowboard for sure. You will be a sick snowboarder.
The Jason Ellis Show is also available whenever and wherever you want it, on demand with the SiriusXM app or on your computer.
It is mind-boggling.
What's going on?